What's going on, guys? It's Cheesy and welcome back to another F1 2019 episode. If you guys haven't seen the other episodes, be sure to check them out. Go to the community tab or go to the episodes of the YouTube channel and go be sure to check them out there. But hope you all are doing well. You all had a good day. I'm posting this towards the night, so this will probably be like one of the later videos that I'm recording, so post commentary not always fun, but we're here at Monaco this weekend and it wasn't a great race. I can't say that it wasn't actually a good episode or a good weekend, good content for you guys. You guys may enjoy it, you guys may think it's funny, but and I enjoyed it myself, but not doing too well, but that's alright. Thank you guys for the support on the last video. That was my most viewed video, so appreciate that, and if you guys want to keep on racking up the views on that, that would be greatly appreciated. But we'll hop into the car and we'll talk then. So you guys probably saw we were number 1 in the championship, and we're moving up the difficulty now. It was at hard before, and I think we're gonna want to move that up just 10, so to 70. That's still hard, and I think that it'll be difficult for us because Monaco is definitely one of the harder circuits. It's more intricate track, and it's always fun track to race at, or fun track to watch people race at. So I don't know how I'll be doing, but we'll be loading into our workstation where I have a couple messages and we have a fair amount of R&D points, and I don't know where I want to spend them yet, but we want to have a well-rounded car to try to win us that constructors championship, try to win us that driver championship. So we have Carl, new developments, none failed, and we're spiking up performance, so we're 4th now. And as I said, all those developments came in, so we have 1 on each side, and then we have the aerodynamics is a little bit more upgraded than everything else, but we can upgrade the cylinder head, and that'll put us at the top of that powertrain, and I think that's what we'll do. So that'll be nice, and we'll head into practice 1. We'll do the track optimization program, and then we'll skip over to qualifying, not to bore you guys. But the way that this the rest of the series is going to work, I'm going to have 1 episode where I commentate, so this is the start of it, and I'm going to commentate, and then I'm going to have 1 episode non-commentary. But let's listen up, and I'll explain more on that once we're driving.
So today is going to be incredibly valuable to the teams. Lowe's hairpin is the slowest corner of any track on the Formula 1 calendar. It's taken at just 48 kilometers an hour, but provides a stunning view on the first lap as the entire grid bunches up and tiptoes through the corner, hoping not to leave any carbon fiber parts behind.
This is such a tight bend that a special steering rack is used just to get around this very corner, as the cars would not normally be able to make the turn. There is the possibility of overtaking through Lowe's, but more often than not, you'll end up damaging your car.
So we're gonna go in the car now, and there's an issue, but we'll skip through because you can skip through time, which is nice, and we'll go into the track optimization program and hopefully do well in that. But I was using the controller here, and you know how you have that rumble, the trigger rumble. I kind of dislike that. It messes up with the driving, so I had to turn that off. Sometimes it doesn't save the things, but that's right. So we're gonna be put out here, and I think we should do alright. I don't know this track, I don't know the circuit, but I'm hoping that we don't have any major issues with this. We have those upgrades that we did, so I think that should put us in a good place. We moved up, so we should be on paper faster than a fair amount of the cars. But coming down this high-speed area to the left, you have Casino Square, as we missed that gate, but if Verstappen gonna kindly move aside, but this right-hander before the hairpin, and this is a difficult one. You just gotta glide it in there, in through there, and yeah, now it's the last right-hander as we just nearly bang up to the side. Not too much damage, but underneath the tunnel now, and we're gonna be coming through it, and this light is blinding. You can almost miss your braking zone, and you get so close to the corners and the barriers during this track that it's a little bit scary, but you just gotta do that and hope for the best. I don't know how the real drivers do it. Props to Daniel Ricciardo, who is my favorite driver, and he got a victory here, 2018 with Red Bull. As we just nearly missed the barriers on that side, but we have it all right. We made our target score, so that's good. And I will, yes, Jeff, and I'll catch up with you guys when we are put back into the qualifying position area. Alright, now, so we went fastest with the 144, and Valtteri Bottas was very, very close to behind us, so I think that that boost in difficulty really made it more difficult, I would say, as we're going to actually turn it up now to 75, so because he was behind us by 9/10, I think I want to narrow that gap or completely cancel it so we can have a fair running during the Drivers' Championship. So now I will put us back onto the very familiar loading screen. So Monte Carlo and P1, we passed one program, and we had a perfect one program. So very happy with that. Not a lot of research points though, and everything is boosted, so we have fairly good everything else. So now we're in qualifying, and we're in that quali mode time, and we'll be on good track for the race. I think my practice has done me well, and everything is going well. So we simulated the practice sessions because I get everything done that I need to in FP1, and I think that is perfectly fine. So nothing up and down, but our veteran went up. We have messages from Jeff. Weather forecast looks good, and we're number 1 contender and number 2 in constructors. So I'm very happy with that, and we just don't have to mess anything up now. So I'll catch you guys once we're in the car.
We're here at the magical Circuit de Monaco for one of the most challenging qualifying sessions on the Formula One calendar. Who can add their name to the illustrious list of Monte Carlo pole sitters here today? I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily. It's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
Alright, now, so a qualifying time. So we do have an MGU or a engine wear component, but that'll there won't be any major damage with that. No penalties, I don't believe, at least, that will take for that item. So we're provisional pull through this first couple corners, casino section, that right under the grandstand, and very fast. I'm feeling comfortable through here, but you never know in Monaco, as we just lose a bunch of places on the entrance of the hairpin, but we're getting it back now, second place, and we're falling behind Hamilton as we go through this section, and I think it might be because of the difficulty. We turned up the difficulty and it is not doing as well, but as you guys can see, we got a little bit cut the corner, which is something cheeky, I don't know, but we're doing alright. And as we come to the last sector, it'll be a battle until the line, as we miss the breaking point and we actually hit the wall, but it won't be something major. It'll be I think a P5, P6. So coming across the line, P6, and I think if we didn't hit that wall, we would have been fine. But Jeff says, nice job, nothing amazing, nothing spectacular, just
Qualifying finished.
Okay.
It's time to remind ourselves
So,
of our top three. Hamilton,
above
Bottas,
our
and Charles Leclerc.
Sergio
Goodbye for
Perez,
now,
our
then,
teammate,
we're really
but
just getting started.
nothing
Make sure
too
to
good.
join us again for
But
Lights Out tomorrow.
It's alright. We'll do better tomorrow, or hopefully we'll do better. As I said, it wasn't a great race for the team, but
Amazing
interview
performance out
from
there. I'm sure you're pretty
I
happy with
don't
that.
know her name, but
What was the secret of your qualifying pace?
I wouldn't say it was great. So what happened? You want to know?
You
No,
left
but
some
we just
body
gotta give
work out
some
there on the
answers
track.
so
Are
she
you
knows.
struggling for grip?
I think it was that I missed my breaking points, but I didn't think that
Appreciate your
answer
time.
would have any of those answers were good. I think that you have to do a couple of seasons to unlock all the answers, but it's alright. So it's race time now, and we'll be going back into the race. So I think that this will be a good one. So guys, stay tuned. Make sure you guys keep on watching till the end. So we're leading both rivalries, even though our qualifying position was not good, but I can't complain about that because I just can't. You want a good qualifying position. It wasn't great, but the rivalries are doing well. So we have a lot of resource points. Rep decreased probably from not a good qualifying and that question that we answered.
Well done.
But
That was a good
it's all right.
qualifying performance.
Alright, Claire, thanks. I don't know if she was being honest about that, but I think she was because her contract isn't too heavy on high qualifying, so I think 6 is within their means. But we have some of the resource points to do a minor upgrade, so we're going to be putting that in, and 2 actually, so we can finish up very fast next weekend, I believe. So these won't come in until next weekend. Obviously, no things can be changed because of Parfum, but that is how it goes. So we'll listen in and catch you guys at the start of the race.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco then. It's not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo, and although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Let's talk about Mr. Monaco. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition. But Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
That's right, it is a difficult environment to come into. In junior categories, you're competing against drivers with similar levels of experience. But some of these guys in Formula One have been there for over a decade. But I have to say, in this case, it's so far so good.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, Mr. Monaco, Albon, Weber, Raikkonen, and Lando Norris, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Pierre Gasly, and Russell. Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Devon Butler, and Robert Kubica, Kvyat, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, don't try anything silly into one. It's going to be crazy in there. Just do your best to stay out of trouble.
Alright, thanks Jeff. Appreciate that. Starting P6, it's 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go at Monte Carlo. Grand Prix 2019. So we decide to send a Chico and down the inside of Verstappen and Albon and get up to P4, so very pleased with that, and we should have a nice contention for podium places here, but with the increased difficulty they will be faster than I usually expect, and this is just a race to get used to that, and I don't think this would be the best track for that, but it is what it is. It is what it is, as they say. So first lap chaos, always mayhem, and because this is post-race commentary, I want you guys to take a look at the bottom right hand fuel mix, so just keep a look at that while this is going in and out of my recordings commentary, and just keep a look at that. And this is something that I wasn't aware of and wasn't keeping track of, and it bit me in the butt, bit me in the rear end towards the end, as you guys will see, and I'm disappointed about that.
It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
So about that post-race commentary, I mentioned this before, but I'm going to speed up the process as some of these are pre-recorded to get to the F1 2020. I'm very excited about that, and I'll do on and off recordings, and so I'm going to try to post a lot more, and so every other will be with my voice. You guys will hear the voice of Cheesy, and I hope you guys like that. But so in order to record more and upload more, I'll be doing that. So one episode it won't be me, it'll just be the game, and another episode it will be my voice. So I don't know if you guys are stoked about that, but let me know down in the comments what you guys think. So we're still in the end of where it hasn't been easy to overtake him. This track is never easy to overtake. You have maybe one or two overtaking places, and then a couple more that maybe you in theory could get something done, but not the best place to do so. So we're gonna have to wait for a turn, wait for the moment to strike.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. so far. Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds.
So coming up onto lap 5 now, last lap of the race. We haven't actually done anything with Leclerc. We've actually had people catch up to this, so I don't know if this is the track, we're not great at this track, or the AI are just better at this track, and the fact that we turned up the AI, but we have a long pack ahead of us. And if you look now in the bottom right, as I said, keep on looking at the bottom right, the fuel mixture, we're still on ridge, and we are going down and down, so we're losing fuel and we're losing the amount of fuel we have for the race. So you only fuel up so much during an F1 race, and if you don't have that much, then you just run out of fuel, so your car doesn't go anymore. And I won't spoil anything, but you guys can probably see the foreshadowing that's happening here, the things that are going to come. So never goes, and it moves down to low fuel mood, so that meaning that I guess you don't have much more fuel left, and you're just gonna need to do something. But right here we stop, and I was so mad at that moment that we stopped, because it is a long way to the line, unlike other tracks where you have less time to the line. It's so far from the line, and we actually get a jump bump from someone else, and Jeff's not telling us it's not good enough. So I understand that. As I said, it was not a good day for ourselves or the team, so it was just a disappointing result. I think that I'm just gonna go tuck my head down and just stand on my yacht as Kimmy did. But of course Lewis Hamilton is on top, and that's not where you want to see. You want to see us P4, P3, winning the race. So it's just a little bit disappointed about that.
Both an excellent driver and an incredible car. That's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lucas Weber. Cool, calm, collected, a very consistent performance, and one that he can definitely be proud of today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. Well, Ants, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So I think it might be interview time, and
Great work out there today. Let's have your
this
thoughts.
woman, I don't know what she's talking about. This
That
lady.
was a good race for Lewis.
It was a good
Are you
race
pleased to see him doing
for
well?
us. Oh no, elaborate. Yeah, I'm always pleased to see my
Do you
friends
think
do
you were
well.
lucky not to end your race with that crash?
Yeah, definitely. but there's no good answers during these. So just gotta give it to one department
Appreciate
to
your
fix. Appreciate your time. She always said that. That's the one thing she says. But not happy about that result. You'll be hearing from Claire too. So that's not good. And we probably so we actually finished ahead of both our rivals. So leading the rivalry, but not a good race. So we have everything looking good, except the result. It's not the result we wanted. So get enough resource points. We've scored the championship points, even though we didn't score any today, and our reps are majorly decreased. As you can see, Mercedes and ourselves and our own team.
Commiserations on that result. It's been a tough weekend.
It really has. So thank you. But I think that the fact that we had more, or a lot more AI level, and we'll replace the gearbox as it said there. I believe it will be a small grid penalty, but that's alright. Let's move to this overtake challenge for the end of the weekend, of the end of this episode. So we'll finish it off here, but we'll need to overtake some cars.
Now, while today's classic exhibition event has no direct impact upon the Formula One World Championship, you better believe that with their reputations on the line, the drivers down there are still hungry to show that they've got what it takes to get a win.
So we have the usual writing here, but this time we're at Spa and we're in the McLaren. So a historical McLaren car, and I think it should be pretty fun. And it's a rolling start, not a grid start, as we're used to. So we're gonna have to overtake 10 cars is the target, and hopefully we can do that in the time given. I believe we can. It shouldn't be that bad, but we'll see. Luck's not on our side, but as you guys can see, the nice car, as you have this circular wheel, unlike today's wheels that are top cut off and bottom open, and you have the screen. But I think that it's nice to see the historical cars like this. So we're coming up on Atiye. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Atiye. I don't even know the nationality of the pronunciation. There's different nationalities have different pronunciations, but we touch them a little bit there and we get a warning for that collision. But that's alright. And coming down to almost the second sector, middle of second sector, high speed corners now. And I like how you can see who's ahead of you and what number of meters they are. That's pretty interesting. You can see the gap that you're closing to Kaufman. So I'm gonna try to overtake him, and we'll just go right through this, hopefully. So we have a minute left now, and we have 2 more overtakes. I don't know that it's the fault of my driving, which it probably is, or the AI difficulty put up, but it's been really difficult to overtake these cars, and I don't know what's going wrong. Maybe I'm just not used to this challenge, but I'm not making any excuses. But I'm gonna try to overtake these cars in the next 40 seconds. It'll be very difficult, but never say never. So we're coming down the last couple right-handers before the straight, and then the penultimate chicane. So if we can't catch them on the last chicane, then I don't think we'll be able to catch them at all. And I think that our time will, if we dive something in, but it's too far ahead of us, and we lost that. So a little bit disappointed with the result. And as I said, we failed this, and we didn't have too good of a time on the other challenge. So it was disappointing to see that, and not a good result. So you have your ups and downs as an F1 team, as an F1 driver, and I think today was on that down slope. But that it concludes this episode. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to let me know by leaving the like. If you guys want to see more content, if you guys can consider subscribing, that would be also appreciated. So hope you all have a great day, rest of the afternoon, whenever you guys are watching this. But until next time, peace.